So my friend has asked me to make a cake. So I said, what flavor would you like? So she has given me a few options. She likes hazelnut, she likes chocolate, she likes vanilla. So I thought I'll combine two of them and I will make a hazelnut chocolate cake. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So I'm starting with the chocolate. So I have got here 200 grams of dark chocolate. And I'm just breaking it up into pieces. And then I've also got 200 grams of unsalted butter. It doesn't have to be softened because we're going to melt this over some boiling water. Got a pan of boiling water. I'm just going to put this on top of the water. And I'm going to turn the hob on and then just let this heat up and melt gently over this water. So the chocolate has melted. Here it is. Look, it's looking gorgeous. It's melted. It's lovely. I'm just going to leave it alone for 5 minutes till I prepare the other bits. So I have got here. So I have used 200 chocolate, 200 butter. I'm going to get 200 caster sugar. So same equal amounts. And I've got 6 eggs and I'm going to separate them. So I'm going to add the yolks in the sugar and keep the whites separately. So I'm just going to keep the whites in one bowl and add the yolks to the sugar. So I have to whisk both these and I don't want to wash this in between. So I'm going to first whisk the egg whites because this needs to be clean. So first whisk the egg whites until it forms soft peaks. Try and not overbeat it. That is all we need. We just need lovely soft peaks. Just brush this off and then I'm going to use the same whisk to whisk the egg yolks and sugar. And all it needs to do is become a little bit pale. I'm going to get this out of the way because we don't need the whisk anymore. So I'm going to get this out. So we've got the egg yolks, we've got the egg whites, we've got the chocolate, and I have got here 100 grams of roasted hazelnuts. I bought them ready roasted. You can of course roast them at home, and I'm just going to blitz it so that it's kind of like a fine powder. Right, so I've got all the elements and now it's a quick mix and into the oven. So I've got the oven nice and hot at 180°. I've got 2 8-inch cake tins greased and lined ready here. So first things first, I'm going to add the egg yolks into the chocolate mixture. So just fold it all in. You just have to whisk it for 2-3 minutes and then it becomes really pale, the egg yolks. And all I'm doing is, the chocolate has cooled down slightly. Obviously don't add it in very hot chocolate because that's going to just cook the eggs. So that's the chocolate in. Now I am going to add the ground hazelnuts to this. They smell so good. That's the ground hazelnuts, and with this 100 grams I am going to add 100 grams of self-raising flour as well because that's going to be the right quantity. So just 100 grams of self-raising flour, and then I'm going to mix that into. This is going to be such a gorgeous, beautiful cake. Very, very, very different to the other chocolate cakes I have made before. So you fold that in, no bother. Now we add a little bit, a spoonful of egg whites, and now we don't mix it quite roughly, we just mix it quite gently so that we get a little bit of the air from the egg whites as well. And then we add in all the egg whites, then fold it all in. So if you go on the sides and then cut it in the middle, kind of, or you can do an figure of 8. I prefer to do this. Oh my God, my arms. Oh, it's the end of the day. My arms are tired. My tip is that you can make this into a really nice 10-inch cake, which is lovely. Obviously, I am making it in 2 cakes because I want to make it slightly celebratory. So once it's all folded in, it's such a lovely batter. As I said, it's so different to the other chocolate cakes I have made before. The texture is going to be different, the cake's going to be different. So try and divide it as equally as possible. And then I'm going to bake this for 35 minutes. I'm going to keep a close eye. It might take 40 minutes as well. So first I'll time it for 35 and then check on them. Can you see the difference in the texture of the batter? Right, this goes in. There you go, babies. See you in a bit. So the cakes are looking beautiful. Get this open. Look at that. I'm just going to quickly check if they are done. Oh, that is definitely done. So it's only 35 minutes total. So now the cake is out of the oven. It's piping hot. It's really dark, but it's really late at night. The whole reason of making this today was that I can leave it to rest overnight, and I'm going to come back to this tomorrow. Once it's cooled down, I can finish icing and then take it to my friend. So I have got a pan of boiling water in there. Put a bowl on top. I'm just going to break up 300 grams of dark chocolate, 70% cocoa, and put it on top and let it melt. Into this chocolate goes in 150 grams of butter and also 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. And then I'm just going to let this melt. And once it has melted, which it almost has, I'm going to leave it aside to cool slightly. So to this slightly cooled down chocolate, the reason for cooling it down is now I'm going to add the same amount of cream, double cream, and if the chocolate is too hot, then this will split. So what we do is just mix it up. And then I'm going to put a lid on this and cover and leave it in the fridge to set a bit more. But it's almost, it's still really thick, lovely, gorgeous cream. And it's smooth. So if the chocolate is too hot, it will split. I'm going to let this rest in the fridge till I prepare the praline. So I'm going to take a pan, 200 grams of caster sugar and 100 ml of water, and I'm going to cook this until it turns to caramel. So the caramel is looking lovely. First of all, I'm going to turn the heat off because it'll have enough residual heat to cook it for another couple of minutes. And once we've got that lovely golden color, I'm going to add 100 grams of hazelnuts to this. Try and coat them. Then I have got just a baking sheet with a little bit of oil rubbed on it, and I'm just going to pour this on top, and then I'm going to let this cool down before I break it all up and blitz it to a praline powder. So I have got the cake from yesterday, I've got the praline cool down, I have got the icing cool down, and first thing I'm going to crush the praline. Right, so that bit I am going to blitz it so that I get like a rough powder. Okay. It's a really fudgy cake, like a really fudgy thick cake. Just going to put a little bit of chocolate so it doesn't move. I have to take it to a friend's house. Stick it there. Then we'll see how hard this has become. Oh, it's perfect. Brilliant. This up a little bit so it's like easily spreadable. Just going to add, because I'm using dark chocolate, I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of this praline into it and then fold it in. So what it will do is add that nuttiness and the sweetness into the ganache. Next, I'm going to put half of this on top and then spread this. Right. I'm going to try and spread it as evenly as possible. Look at the thick icing. How glorious does this look? Right, now I'm going to add more of the praline. I'm just taking out really big chunks because I don't want very big like caramel chunks in the mix. The the second layer. How lovely. And then I'm going to add the rest of the chocolate icing. I'm going to save 1 tablespoon so I can taste it. I'm going to spread it on some biscuit and taste it because this cake is not for me. Like I mentioned that this cake is for a friend. So I want to taste the icing. And this cake, I have not made this kind of cake before, so I'm going to look forward to my friend's feedback. Right, I'm just making like a little bit of kind of swirls, making some room. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the chunky pieces from here to decorate on the sides. It's going to look nice. And really, this doesn't need the fridge, because if you put it in the fridge, the chocolate cake will go really hard and icing will be too set. So in case you put it in the fridge, maybe you need to eat it 2 days later or something, whatever is left over, that is, then make sure that you put it outside at room temperature before you serve it. At least put it outside for an hour, 2 hours. But I am taking this straight to my friend so she can enjoy it nice and fresh. And I do hope that, I am so sorry, but I cannot show you the inside of the cake for the first time because, but you can trust me that it's going to be amazing. So I hope you're going to give this a go. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you do give this a go, you can leave me a comment and I'll know what you thought about the cake. Till then, keep baking.